Alright guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. I'm here to answer the question I've been getting a lot on my channel. How did you apply for your Russian PR? How did you do that? What document did you need? Guys, you guys have been asking me, and it's not just a question I can just answer by typing. So I'm going to make a dedicated video to give you guys everything you need to know before applying for the Russian permanent residence. If that's why you clicked on this video, sit tight and let's get right into the video. The first things first is that before you apply for your PR, you need to apply for the RVPO. This is basically the temporary residence, and before you can apply for the temporary residence, there's some criteria you have to meet. You must be a full-time student in the Russian Federation. This includes bachelor's degree, specialist programs, master's degree, internship, assistantship, and postgraduate studies. If you're any one of these people and you haven't gotten your RVPO, then you are eligible for this. Those that aren't eligible are students that enrolled in online programs. So if you're studying online, you do not qualify for this because you're not in the Russian Federation. Secondly, students of international preparatory programs. This means that if you're a PATFAC student, very, very important, because some people have been asking me, oh, can you use the language preparatory course? Guys, unfortunately, you guys do not qualify to apply for the RVPO. If you want to apply for the RVPO before getting your PR, that's if you want to apply for the temporary residence before you get your permanent residence, you must be a full-time student, not a PATFAC student, not a language learning student, not an online student, a full-time student of the Russian Federation. Another thing I have to tell you is that since the RVPO is temporary, after getting this, you do not have the right, or you can't stop going to school. You have to go to school because you need to graduate and get your certificate. Your certificate is one of the requirements for you to apply for the PR, the permanent residence, to prove that you are a student of the Russian Federation. In Russia, if you don't go to school, if you don't go to classes, they expel you. And if they expel you, it means automatically your temporary residency has been annulled or has been nullified. To apply for the temporary residence, I have the list of documents here on my screen, which I'm going to read for you guys. We have the application form. You need your passport and translation. So you have to, if your passport is not in the Russian language, you need to translate your passport and notarize it at the notary. You need passport photographs, criminal record certificate. I am from Nigeria, so if you're watching this video and you're from Nigeria, you have to go to your city or your state in Nigeria and then get your police character form and then send it. Oh my god, I can't even remember the steps right now. Let me show you guys what it looks like quickly. 1 second. Alright guys, so I have my police character certificate for you guys here. This is the original copy from Nigeria. As you can see behind, there are two signatures that shows that it is notarized. It's notarized, I think. I don't remember, guys, because it's really me that did it. As you can see, look at it here. I'm going to bring it closer to the camera so you guys can see. Maybe I'll blur some things out. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It was sent to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where it was written in both English and Russian with the official stamp. It has two stamps and it has an English and a Russian translation under it. Criminal record certificate. You need your proof of enrollment or your contract. So this is just basically proof that you are a student of your university. Every university in Russia has this. So just get your copy and get your original and get your copy ready. And also you need your state what's that word? State tax or something. I don't remember what it is, but I've forgotten how much it cost for my city, but it cost quite some money. I think 1.5. I don't remember. Then you need your registration, your original and the copy, your migration card, original and copy, your medical examination certificate to prove that you don't have HIV or tuberculosis or any of these any of these transmissible diseases. And also you need to do your fingerprinting and translate every foreign document. Every document that's not in Russian has to be translated to Russian and notarized. So have that in mind. So I'm going to give you guys some reasons why you might be rejected for the RVPO status. Number one is if your name doesn't match, like your surname and your name don't match. Let's assume your name is Iwan, like surname and name, and you write Iwan they're going to reject you. The second is if you apply with damaged or expired documents, which is very obvious. If you commit any administrative offenses, like if the police catches you, if you're arrested and you have any active straf or something, of course you will be rejected. If you leave Russia completely, or if you stay outside of Russia for over 6 months, you will be rejected. These are the reasons why you might possibly be rejected for your temporary residency. The advantage of the temporary residency is that after you're studying, after your 4th year, after your 6th year, you have an extra 180 days to convert your temporary residency to permanent residency. Also, you'll be able to work in the Russian Federation, but you're only limited to work in your city. That means if I'm from Moscow, I can't go and work in St. Petersburg officially because the temporary residency doesn't permit that. You can't stay outside of Russia for over 6 months. So if you stay outside of Russia for over 6 months, you won't be able to come back to the Russian Federation because your temporary residency will be revoked, will be expired officially. Anyways, so now let's move on to the permanent residency, which is what a lot of you guys click this video for. And the thing is that why I had to talk about the temporary residency is that you can't get the PR without the temporary residency. It's very important. And you can't get the temporary residency if you are not a student, a full-time student of the Russian Federation. Please know this. Please know this. So if you're not any of these, please, then this is the point where you can click off the video. So let me talk to the guys that meet this criteria for the PR. The Russian PR in Russian is Vidna Jitelstva. It's called the VNG. So basically, what is this document? This document is the document that lets you stay in Russia for an extended period of time. You can look for jobs without having to be limited to your particular city. Also, you can leave the Russian Federation and come back anytime you want. And the last, but not the least, one of the most important perks of this is that it never expires. After you've obtained your PR, it lasts forever, as long as you don't commit any administrative offenses as usual. If you don't commit any crimes in Russia, then your vid lasts forever. And after 5 years of receiving your vid or getting your vid, you are eligible to apply for the Russian passport officially and become a Russian citizen. The VNG allows any foreigner to live and work in Russia for an extended period without the need to obtain a visa or a work permit. After graduation, every foreigner or any student that plans to stay back in Russia must convert their temporary residency to permanent residence. This is very important because if you don't do this before the expiry date of your temporary residency, unfortunately, my guys, you're going to be deported back to the country. According to the Russian law, this process must be started no later than 6 months after your graduation. For example, if you graduated in January 10th, 2025, then the deadline for you to apply for your PR is July 10th, 2025. So you have until July from January. You have until July to apply for your PR. If July passes, then unfortunately, my guys, you have to go back to the country, to go back to your country. So please have this in mind. The benefits of the PR. Firstly, you can freely enter and exit Russia without needing a visa. You can access the Russian social services. You can permanently register at any Russian address. You can be self-employed or set up your own business here in Russia. If you get red diploma, for those of you that your brains are on fire, you're very smart, you understand getting 555 in all your courses, you can automatically apply for the PR without needing temporary residence. Say wow, guys. Russia wants to keep the smart guys back in their country. This is just a very smart move in my opinion. So if you're one of the hot brains out there, you graduated with the red diploma, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we can't even keep up with you, understand what I'm saying? You don't need to apply for the temporary residence. Don't waste your time, please. Go straight to apply for the PR and get your stuff ready. So what documents do you need for your PR? The first is you need your заявление. What is заявление? This is the form you have to fill. And for the PR, there are 2 forms you have to fill from A to Z. Filling your information, your name, your address, your family, all your siblings, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your sisters, your brother, your mother and father, your siblings basically. You need the med comisia. Med comisia is just basically the medical test, the HIV test, the urine test, the narcologist test, every single test you have to do to show that you're actually a law-abiding citizen of the country. Passport translation. Passport perevod. You have to translate your passport. You have to translate it from English to Russian and notarize it. So that will cost around 1,600 rubles or thereabouts. So you have to keep that in mind. You have to translate your passport to Russian. If you've stayed in Russia without living for more than 3 years, then you need a special document, guys. Keep this in mind. You need the proof of ownership of your apartment where you are residing in. I haven't been to Nigeria in over 5 years. I had to ask my landlady to come with me to the police station. She brought the proof of ownership of this apartment and she came with her Russian passport. So these 2 documents, they need it. For you not to have gone back to your country in over 3 years, they need to be sure that the address you are living in is your legal address and the owner of the apartment is the legal owner. That's what I'm thinking. You also need a proof of funds of minimum in my city. I don't know about Moscow or St. Petersburg or the other popular cities, but in my city, you need a minimum of 65,000 rubles. So you have to prove that you have the 65,000 rubles in your bank savings account. Also, you need 4 passport photographs, a copy of your immigration card and your registration, and the last, your university degree and transcript. Let me show you guys what my transcript is looking like. Or do I need to show you guys? This is my certificate, my diploma that proves that I was a student of the medical university and having completed 6 years with over, how many exams did you even write in medical school? Jesus Christ. 67 exams, guys. Anyways, I graduated with that degree and you can see the degree over here. So you need to show this and you have to photocopy it also and take it to the immigration office for them to show them or to give them proof that you were a student and you actually completed your studies. So if you did not complete your studies, if you dropped out of university, unfortunately, you are not eligible for this. Let me give you guys a pro tip, a pro life hack for doing this process. Please, if you're watching this video and you're first year and you just came to Russia and you have plans of staying back in Russia, guys, please learn the Russian language. I am begging you, please learn the Russian language. Don't be like me. I started learning Russian in 5th year and by God's grace, I thank God I've been able to learn quite fast. Even if I can't speak as fluent as I want to speak, learn the language. I realized in fact, in everything I've been doing in my life here in Russia, I realized that knowing how to speak the language makes everything easier for you. The first time I went for my temporary residence, I realized that they were just so happy to help me. They were just eager because a foreigner could speak their language. When I went to go and do my permanent residence, they were more eager to help me because I could communicate in their language. I realized that people that cannot speak the language, it makes it frustrating for the officers at the counter. So just like, why is this person here? Why do you want to stay back in our country when you can't even speak our language? So you have to keep this in mind, guys. If you're in your first year, second year, third year, fourth year, 5th year, it's never too late to start learning Russian language. Learn the language. Try to know the basics. Know all the basic Russian phrases, Russian words, registracja, migracyjna karta, just basic things, and your process is going to be seamless, very easy, and they'll be more eager to help you when they see that you've put in the effort to try to learn your language. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope it was information filled for you guys. I hope it was information packed for you guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Please, I need to put this out there. I'm not an agent. I can't help you with anything. Please, I've helped you the little way I can help you. I'm not an agent. I can't help you to come to Russia. I don't know if you can bring your wife to Russia. I don't know anybody that has brought your wife to Russia, guys. I was a student, and after being a student, I became a permanent resident. I don't have a wife. I did not bring my wife from Nigeria or from anywhere. I didn't bring my sisters from my country. So please don't ask me, can you bring your wife? I don't know this question. I don't know the answer to this question. I'm not immigration. Please, guys, these questions, I don't know how to answer your questions. So I just leave the comments unanswered. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't checked out my video where I got the PR, please click on this video here and see the vlog where I got the PR. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, it's your boy signing out. Stay safe and have a good one. Bye bye.